All right, everyone. I'm in my basement right now, so I don't wake my parents up down here with Oliver, and gonna do some did some math today, working on the lift equation. So using that, so I'm trying to figure out whether or not I need to put wings on the Iron Man suit. And the idea is to make the entire kind of suit a wing. So the idea is to be like, if you took a cross-sectional area, that would produce lift. So the question I was trying to figure out is, based on that equation, how fast do I need to be going in order to not lose altitude? So essentially to be producing enough lift that I'm just flying at level flight. And so yeah, let me show you this equation real quick. So this right here is the lift equation. This is written in my notebook here. Yeah, this is it. Okay, this is an experimental coefficient. This right here is rho. This is density. This is velocity squared divided by 2 times the area. And then the area, so this is your air density, and it changes on altitude and stuff. But the area is like, if you look at the flying surface, so if this was a wing, if you looked at the surface of it from on top, that would be your area. It's not the full surface area of the wing, because that would be about twice what the area of the wing is. So that's what that means, and that equals lift. And then I took it and I rearranged the math. Hopefully it's right, because I'm putting a video out on it right now. It'd be funny if it was wrong. But anyway, that's what velocity equals. And then what I did was I took that and I put it onto a one of my calculators. So I'm going to switch over to the screencast and show you that. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so here we are with the equation here. So here we have the coefficient for a zero angle of attack. So when you're flying completely straight, it's about 0.5 for a wing. So I thought to be on the safe side, I would assume a little bit lower. 0.4 is about 0.6, I think, for like a typical wing. This is density. This is given these 3 variables right here. So with that, you can see that. So that's the air density, and then lift, and then I ended up putting it in pounds down here, and then converting, because I kind of had a weird time with the units, and so really all I could do was kind of look up what the units were supposed to be and then convert. And then I like to put I think in pounds, so I put it in down here, and then I convert with a conversion factor there. And then down here, this is the size of the wing. This is the size of me, like roughly 14 inches across. I mean, my shoulders are broader than that. My feet are going to be a lot closer together than that. So picked a small number again, worst case, right? And then times my height in inches, and that gives me my inches. And then eventually what I can do is I can take a picture of me, and I can go into Fusion 360, and I can pull out a shape, and I can figure out the surface area of this a lot more accurately. But for now, this is just a really rough number that'll work. And then converted to meters squared there, and there's your angle of attack right there, so you see that. And then solves for velocity in meters per second, and then I hid this guy's from you so you can see, but it's about 264 miles an hour, or about 0.34 Mach. So yeah. Yeah, you know, so believe it or not, I actually think that's pretty doable. What was it again? It's oh crap, 264 miles an hour. That's not too bad. I think like a prop plane they take off around 100, 110 or 20, and they have huge, big old wings on them. So those generate a lot of lift, big cross-sectional area. So I think they don't have a lot of power, though. I mean, we're really going to be punching through the air, and the idea behind this is to go fast. So so I think that's doable. I really do. And then the way I'm imagining it taking off right now, and I want to do more on this too, but is I'm imagining having a jet engine in each hand. If you look up Richard Browning, the way he flies, but more efficiently, he spreads out his thrust, so he's very stable. I want to point all my thrusts straight down, so I'm more efficient, and then use thrust gimbaling, thrust vectoring with the suit to keep pointed straight up, kind of like a rocket. And then, so those will be high efficiency, and there'll be one on each each of my 2 feet, and then 1 on each of my hands, and those will all point down. And then so I'll be standing there, and then I've been thinking a lot about how the takeoff is going to work and the landing. But I think now, and then they're going to have afterburners on them. So they'll have RC engines that I'm going to retrofit with afterburners, so they're a lot more thrust can be produced from them, but the consumption of higher fuel. But for high energy maneuvers like takeoff, you'll use the afterburners to do that. So it'll be so you can hover, you'll have enough thrust to hover without the afterburners, and then you'll be able to hit the afterburners and then go straight up, just like Iron Man actually takes off. He takes off like straight up, and I actually think this is more efficient. I'm gonna do, this is what my next video is gonna be on, or a soon to be video. I'm gonna do one on how much thrust I need to, so how long would I need to fly straight up to get to that velocity. And the idea is I come up like this and turn and then be at that velocity and traveling at that velocity. So boom, and then once you're here and flying at that velocity, cut off your afterburners, and then you're at cruise. And then the idea would be to go up, 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 up until you're at higher altitude. You can travel more quickly, more efficiently. And then that is where we're gonna turn the afterburners on again, break the speed of sound, and then turn them back off, coast back down, and then use the and then flip. So you slow down and kind of air brake and flip, and then turn the afterburners. Well, you won't even need the afterburners probably for that, and then just bring yourself in and land. So it's kind of how I think it's going to fly. So stay tuned and like and subscribe. Also, everyone, I decided to take all of my Google files that I'm using in these kind of videos and make them public domain. So there's a link down below where you can see everything I'm doing, and you can go look at those files if you want. And any video I do in the future will also be in that folder, so you can go look it up and do it that way. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.